So thank you, Sarah, for inviting us to talk together on June 16, 17, 18. I want to clarify the kind of public we wish to attract for such a 3-day meeting. Of course, the main topic in childbirth. But we hope that we'll attract people who are not directly involved in childbirth. We hope to attract people raising questions, interested in the future of mankind. Why such a wish in 2023? Is because we are at a turning point in the history of species. And recently, we have realized that mankind is sharing many common points with species that we classify as endangered species who are going towards extinction. And it happened that childbirth is the phase of human life that means the most dramatically modified recently. And that the phase, it happened also that the phase of surrounding childbirth is considered critical in the formation, in the development of human beings. So I want to emphasize the importance of the topic, this topic, as it can be presented in 2023 to suggest that we are expecting a public as large as possible. All people, it's for all people interested in the future of our species. Oh, I'll give some details to justify what I've just said now. Everybody knows that today, at the global, the planetary level, women give birth to babies and placentas, without relying on the release of a cocktail of natural hormones. Women originally have been programmed to give birth thanks to the release of hormones like oxytocin, prolactin, endorphin that are details. But the point is that today, many women use pharmacological assistance. They release medications replacing hormones. It's well known, it's like that. And many women give birth by cesarean section. And the point that today, the hormonal flow a woman is supposed to release to give birth to babies and placenta is considered a cocktail of hormones of love. So finally, we have to realize what's happening today at a global level. Hormones of love have been made redundant, useless in the period surrounding birth. That reason to phrase in a new way important questions. How long can humanity survive without relying on the release of hormone of love in such a critical period? So just an example to say it's a serious topic for people interested in the future of mankind. It's not just for women expecting a baby, health professionals involved in childbirth. It's for, we might say, all those raising questions about the future of our species. I'll give another example of the phase of childbirth as critical in the formation of human beings and a phase of human life dramatically modified. It has been dramatically modified during the past decades. Everybody knows that until a recent phase in the history of our species, women were giving birth in the place where they were living. We can call that home birth. From a bacteriological perspective, that means women were giving birth among a great diversity of very familiar microbes. And familiar microbes are friendly microbes because the mother had developed the right antibodies. So, important point that the human placenta is special, effective to transfer the maternal antibodies toward the baby. So until recently, as soon as the baby was born, the familiar microbes were starting to educate, to program its immune system or her immune system. So suddenly, we don't need details. It's completely different. Most women don't give birth in the place where mother is living. They give birth elsewhere. Suddenly, the immune system of the child, of the human being, recently born human being, suddenly the immune system is not educated in the same way. Is not educated thanks to the effect of friendly, familiar, great diversity of microbes. That means when we talk about education of the system, immune system, we talk about how health is organized. It's serious. It has been modified dramatically. So this is another example to say that this topic is supposed to be important for all those thinking of the future of human beings. But there are other considerations regarding the probable effect of the way modern babies are born. It is that today, suddenly, big change in the lifestyle of human beings, suddenly, one effect of reproductive medicine is to neutralize the laws of natural selection. Laws, old laws, billions of years. And suddenly, we neutralize these laws. So this is something we'll develop to explain, but just to be fast. An example, typical example, easy to understand. Today, a woman who cannot give birth by herself can transmit her genes as easily as a woman who can give birth by herself without any help and so on. It means that it's a mathematical issue. That if women who cannot give birth can easily transmit their genes thanks to a cesarean section. It's so easy to do C-section. It means that we have to expect an evolution in our species so that childbirth will be more and more difficult among human beings. It's an example to illustrate the fact that we have neutralized the laws of natural selection. How can our species survive after neutralizing the laws of natural selection? That's the biggest issue today for people interested in the future of our species, having neutralized all rules that have been effective for billions of years. I can introduce a way to raise questions about the future of our species. I don't want to give details now, but suddenly, during the past 2-3 years, there have been a U-turn in the history of our species. Until recently, there has been what we call a demographic explosion. 1,000 more births recently compared with 10,000 years ago when our ancestors started to dominate nature. So there was a demographic explosion, and people who decide, politicians, demographic people specialized in demography, were wondering how to stop. We cannot feed more human beings. But suddenly, the opposite. Suddenly, it's a demographic implosion. Suddenly, number of babies per woman is decreasing in a spectacular, unexpected way. To maintain a population stable, women need to have, as an average, 2.1 babies. Today, in some countries, it's below 1. And this is countries in general where they have high rates of cesarean section. I don't want to give details, but once more, people don't realize that. They don't raise the questions that way. So just to say that we are a very special phase in the history of mankind, and when we organize when we participate in these 3 days organized by Sarah, we are first to explain what is special to our time. Turning point in the history of mankind. We cannot talk in 2023 as we were talking in 2015. Completely, there has been a huge turning points in that time. There is still another aspect of this sudden modification in our lifestyle. I don't want to say more now, but it's possible, theoretically, after thousands of years of socialized birth, it's possible in the near future, theoretically it's possible, that we rediscover the basic need of laboring women. We understand in a new way what makes usually human birth difficult. That will be a great part of our topic. We'll rely first and foremost on what we can learn from modern physiology, looking at human beings as a mammal with a huge neocortex, new brain, logical brain that can inhibit, obscure some physiological processes. I don't want to say more. Today, that might be considered as the main dish of what we'll be talking about during these 3 days. So I hope that a great diversity of people will share this event. Not only pregnant women, midwives, doulas, doctors, and so on. I hope that there are people who are ready to raise questions about the future of mankind, and in particular, future of mankind in relation to the way babies are born. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Michel. I feel we should almost rename the seminar The Future of Mankind. No, I mean, I'm
don't
joking.
Anything, but I think that to use this kind of presentation can attract, what I try to do is to attract a public, people who think that childbirth is a topic for midwives, obstetricians, health professionals, and pregnant women. I want to say it's a public for people interested in the future of mankind. Realize I don't bring new information. I say realize what's happening.
Yeah.
That will do.
No, it's true. Yeah.
And
I wanted. Yeah.
Oh, I think we don't need to say more today.
No. I just wanted to ask you one question, Michel. Because I've seen you speak now a few times, and every time I'm really impressed with how much passion and energy you have in, sharing your ideas and your experience, and you're someone I look up to, thinking, I hope when I'm, 92, that I will have this energy and this sharpness of mind. And I kind of want to ask you, what's your secret, or what drives you like this? Where does your energy come from? If you know.
When people ask me that, I answer in an unexpected way. I say, I've chosen my mother carefully.
That's nice, yeah.
Okay, so I wish you a good day.
Thank you, Michel.
And we'll meet soon.
Yeah.
We'll meet soon on screen.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.